Hello there and welcome back to Rosewater. Now last time we managed to find our way into Clark's lab in the middle of nowhere. Had a bit of a poke around, found a whole bunch of machinery that we did not know what was doing, what was for. Did a bit of poking around. Found out that his lab had been ransacked by a local commune, which was next door, just down the road basically. So off we went to there and had a bit of a poke around there. Managed to eventually find our way into their museum kind of area and found a journal. Took 2 attempts, I might add, because I was a little bit too overzealous in searching the place and ran out of time. So we then had to blow up the lab to lure everyone away so that we could have a bit of a better look. I probably could have found the information I needed if I went right to left instead of left to right. However, that's the beauty of the game. You get multiple options to do things, and if one doesn't work, you can always fall back on plan B. I like that. That's good writing. So, managed to find a journal, and with a letter inside, it told us that he'd potentially moved all of his stuff and his treasure across country to, I can't remember the name of the town now, the city now. It's not Lamplight, it's somewhere across country. So we are now taking our posse across country to go and visit this guy. However, we haven't made it there yet. We've got some stuff to do in Rosewater town, and we need to secure a carriage to take us across country. So that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. Again, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I like the style, I like the music quite good. I'm enjoying the puzzles, and I'm enjoying the camaraderie of this little posse that we've got going. I think we might have one more person to collect, just based on the main character, the main menu kind of loading screen thing, because it's got everyone on there, and there's one extra person, a black lady with an eye patch, which I think we might be picking up. I think I know her already. I think we've met her already, but she hasn't joined us. So I'm assuming she's going to join the posse at some point as well, probably in this episode, to be fair. Anyway, I was going to say thank you all for watching. I'm getting thrown off here. That being said, I'm thinking it's the outro, not the intro. That being said, please grab your favourite drinks and snacks, curl up so you're comfortable, come hang out with me as we jump straight back into Rosewater. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. So yes, we arrived back into town. Everyone's kind of going off doing their own thing. We have to secure the carriage and also the money for the carriage, to pay for it. I'm assuming we're going to be going to the journalist's office, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to write an article and get paid for that, which will give us the money. I'm assuming it's going to give us the money. She hasn't even fixed the window yet.
Good to see you again.
Hello. Oh, can we have a chat?
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Do you think about the town? Do you ever meet Dr. Ben and Clark? Have you heard of the Luminarians?
I happen to know anything about the Luminarians.
That's the commune that we saw.
I have no idea what that word even means.
Never mind then.
Do you
ever happen to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
I have Joni's account of his demonstrations at the theater, but I never saw them myself.
Okay.
Never met the man neither. He wasn't seen much in town.
That's probably a good thing. Do you know anything about the town?
I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
Sometimes those are the best kind of people.
Appreciate it, man.
People who keep themselves. Can we... Oh, write article. Okay, let's write an article.
All right.
I thought we were going to have to talk about it.
Out, but first... Okay, time to bring home the bacon.
Oh, she's
Big
going handwritten.
question. How to open?
Oh, okay. We actually get to open with a positive account of the Wild West show. Open with account of Jake bailing out. See, that's jumping a bit too far ahead. Let's go positive. Positive account of the Wild West show
From
because
the moment he rode on stage astride a huge, steam-spewing mechanical horse, it could not be denied that Jake Ackerman was more than your typical copperpenny showman.
give credit where credit's due. It wasn't a bad show. And going negative probably not very nice.
Similarly gobsmacking vein.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at
Now,
all.
the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see.
Write about Jake's adventures investing in Clark's lab. Ingenious escape plan. The interview. Let's go with the interview.
A man of many words to match his many deeds, Jake was gracious enough to sit for an interview, in which he revealed some fascinating and candid details about the life behind the legend.
Because I think if we start talking about Clark's lab, then it's going to
now
get other people
for an
involved in the treasure thing. Well, I mean, we could go for Rosewater. Praising Jake, conclude by praising Danny. Let's go Danny. This might backfire, but I think, give Danny, because obviously every good man has another, a good side man as well. He can't do everything alone. Let's go Danny. Might backfire.
While Mr. Ackerman is truly a great man, it is undeniably the people around him, most notably his devoted assistant Danny Luo, who ensured
Okay,
the star
I
shines
accept that
all
one.
the
I was expecting something, that Danny's the real star of the show.
All right, that should do it. Now, what should I title it?
The continuing adventures of Gentleman Jake. A frontier hero comes to town. Jake Ackerman, a true gentleman. The continuing adventures of... Yeah, continuing adventures sound cool.
Continuing Adventures of Gentleman Jake. And done.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, right? I know some people who write the title of an article before they've even... Or write the title of something before they even, do the main bulk of the work. You should always title something after.
Hope you're spinning me some aurum.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
Okay, are we going to get wrong for this? It's a very milk toast kind of argument, article. So yeah, you get some people who write the title and then fill in the rest, and I don't understand that, because you can't title something unless you know what the content is. And it seems my videos, I always think of the title as I'm playing the episode or as I'm recording. Something will pop up and think that'll make a good title. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to have it the other way around. Right. Sorry.
I hope this is good enough.
Okay. So that was good. That is. Are you gonna give me money?
Here you are, Joni. One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
I'm not sure it's ready to print.
Writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see.
I didn't realize that.
Very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Not bad, Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print.
That's
Here's your
fine.
fee, as agreed.
Thank you. So I'm thinking if we start talking about the adventures in the lab and everything, people are going to be looking into Clark.
I'll have a think about your next assignment.
About that.
Hmm.
I'm leaving for El Presidio with Gentleman Jake. We're after Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Whatever we find, I've got a feeling it'll make a hell of a story.
Okay.
About that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was
Yes.
going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
That is also true.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway. In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told.
True.
She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff. I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk
plan.
stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Thank you. She was also very understanding of the fact that we've just started a new job and we're already leaving for another town entirely. All right. I shall see you later.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
I'll come back with a story. We have a story to tell. Right, so that's money sorted. How much? I don't know how much we got for that. Can we tell? I can't. Can we tell? Anyway, we got some money for that for our thing. Are we going to say we? I don't think we can say goodbye to him. We'll be back. I was going to go back and say, see if we could say goodbye to our man there. I will freely admit I've forgotten his name already. Right. Saloon. Right. So we can go up that way. Let's go up to here. Wait, that was about 10 Bennett Clark.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity.
I can't believe
Hope you're
didn't
not
see that
leading
last
us on a
time.
Wild goose chase, Clark.
True. I don't know if we can go in there. We're looking for
Locked.
yeah, I thought it might be. We're actually looking for the lady who was in jail with us. And I don't think I ever went to see her unless she was in here. I've never seen like her place. Although probably past it, to be fair, that actually might be the livery stable. Can we talk to anyone in here? That seems like a no. Okay, so we can't actually talk to anyone there. We can just have a bit of a spy. Okay, let's go. So we're going to go back and we're going to try the... Excuse me, I'm an itchy ear. We're going to go try that stable that we're at before. We passed it twice on the way in. Not this screen, the next screen. Can we get in though? Because the door was locked. Can we just knock on the door? The physician's there. Blacksmith. Oh wait, it's in a blacksmith. Okay, never mind.
Not much of a place to stay. I can see why Lola's itching to skip town.
Can we open the door?
This padlock's not going anywhere. Not without encouragement.
Can we lockpick it? I don't know if I don't think we're going to be able to lockpick it with the arrowhead.
Get the padlock open or break it.
Let's go with the wrench.
This isn't gonna get the...
I mean, you can totally do the thing there. Right, sorry, let's go in there. I know some of our guys are in the physician's office. Hello.
Ah, you must be Miss Leger. I'm Dr. Sedgwick.
Pleasure.
Nadine and Mr. Marquez were just telling me how you all were acquainted. Please do continue.
You're my guy. Do you know how to open a padlock?
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Are you looking forward
Yeah,
to
let's,
our journey west?
I more
Let's have
look
a fight of
forward
it.
to what we will find at the end of it.
Very valid. Right. What brought you to this picture? Where do you learn about explosives? What happened at the Rosewater? Yeah, tell me about that.
So-called news.
Tell me about that.
Editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated. We will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
So basically, she threw you out the window. Where did you learn about explosives?
So proficient with explosives.
The science of it always fascinated me, even as a child.
If you like science, you'll probably enjoy explosives.
Demolitions. The lessons were invaluable. So, when my parents sent me to university, I studied civil engineering.
Oh, nice.
Most people do not realize just how much care must be taken when dealing with dynamite.
It's explosive stuff.
Hang on. You have a university education?
Of course. Does this surprise you?
No, I just...
I'm a little bit,
Like a
yes,
revolutionary
because you don't really expect
Well,
revolutionaries to have a degree.
From the Escuela Superior de Ingenieros in Madrid.
Nice.
So how did you wind up here in
Not
Vespucci?
upset by it. I was
This
just
is a very long
curious.
story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Right, carry on.
You do your thing, Nadine.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course. Pardon me a moment.
I like that's really cool as well.
So, how was it working for the good doctor?
Well, he taught me everything I know about medicine.
Oh, wait.
It was especially interesting
I didn't actually realize she worked here.
Patients then. I lost
Oh,
count
no.
of how many broken bones I set.
Seems we've a big journey ahead. Are you excited for it?
Yes, but also a bit nervous. I've never been beyond this valley.
None of you knows we'll be with you. In that case, this will be a treat. Really, are we not okay? Don't rub it in.
You'll be all right. We've got a good group.
Reassure her.
We'll look out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words.
I'll leave you to your conversation.
Thank you very much for your time. Do we want to interrupt?
Hey, Doc.
Miss Legere.
May as well talk to him.
Did you ever make the acquaintance of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Ha! Doctor. If that man's a doctor, then I'm Hippocrates.
Shall I take that as a no?
Miss Legere, I do not associate with lunatics and
A doctor
crackpots,
snob.
especially
Which
those
is
who recklessly
not
cause
completely
the death of
uncalled for in
innocent.
some
Now,
situations.
let's not sully the good name of higher learning any further.
Have you met any members of
Like,
the
you know,
Lunarians?
I beg your
Chiropractors
pardon?
or doctors as well.
Community. Living near the old Clark laboratory.
Oh, those ethericity cultists.
Yes, those ones.
They do make their way into town on occasion. Sometimes the women come to me seeking certain remedies and prophylactics. And I've treated 1 or 2 cases of malnutrition. The desert is a hard place to make a home. Something about the old
Weird
land
question.
draws in the gullible and deluded. Lost souls searching for meaning.
Well, that may not be a worry
So I'm going to
anymore.
hold off until after
I'll
this
see you
conversation.
Later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, weird question. And I'm fully admitting that I have no idea that it's probably not as easy as I thought it would be. And there's probably a lot of nuance to it. Is the cure for malnutrition just controlled amounts of food? Like, I know you can't get, if you have malnutrition, you can't just give them a big meal, because that'll have negative effects. So you've got to like wean them back on. Is that literally the only thing, like the only like cure, or is like other stuff to go on, like other medications that you need to take as well? I don't think I want to look at the spittoon. Right, so we need to find out where she is. Where is she? Where actually is she still
Hope
in?
that isn't the town water supply.
Is she still in jail? Where's the sheriff's? Makes sense because we can't find her. She's not at obviously her place. Yes, she is.
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
Hi. Can I take one of these? Probably not. Also, that looks like it could be the key to...
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below.
Oh, okay. That key. Are we going to break her out? We should probably talk to her first.
I've got a proposition for you.
Is that so?
You said you were planning on leaving town?
Yes.
I did.
And I've heard you have a wagon for hire.
Let's hire the wagon.
That's right.
Interested in a job?
Depends who's hiring.
Gentleman
I'm
Jake.
asking on behalf of Gentleman Jake. He's leading our posse to El Presidio.
The blowhard who bailed you out?
Yes.
That's the one.
So it's you, him, how many more?
We're 5 altogether.
Well, I've got good news and bad news.
Okay.
Good news is, I was bound for El Presidio anyhow, and my wagon can fit 5.
And the bad news?
I'm sure you can figure that
Well,
one
we're
for
still in
yourself.
jail.
So if I get you out of here, you'll take us along?
We can discuss my fee once I know you're serious.
I mean, can we ask what you're in here for?
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
How long have you been the sheriff here? Tell me about Rosewater. Looking to bail Lola Johnson out. That's...
How much
Let's
to get
go straight to the point.
Johnson out on bail?
Let's see. For assault on a minor child, as well as unlawful occupancy of an uninhabited building, that'll be 15 crowns.
15? I mean, I don't know how much we've got. I don't know how do we tell how much we've got?
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
I mean, we're going to have to do it anyway, but I don't know how we work out our money we're getting. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry, I accidentally clicked the mouse wheel and it shoved us. Right, so I can't remember. Where does it say how many crowns we've got?
Hey, Sheriff?
Okay, I'm just going to pay it. We're just going to pay it.
Here you go. 15 crowns.
I remember seeing
Sure.
somewhere where it had a total of like how many crowns we've got.
Miss Johnson, you're free to go. Don't let me see you in here again.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
How much to get?
Yes. Let's
Let's
How
just
much
ignore the
to
fact
win
that he didn't
West
say
El
thank you.
Presidio?
My fee is 40 crowns up front, but I'll cut you a break. In appreciation for the way you knocked out that little pest.
Thank you.
30 crowns, all up.
It's a deal.
Oh,
Good.
I guess we had it.
Posse together and meet me
It came up when we're thinking. I don't know how we'll tell how many we've got.
Then.
So we had 30. So we had 45 crowns. Plus, I think we've got 20. Is it 25 left? We had 55 crowns. That's very quick maths and it's probably
There you
wrong.
are.
That's a
This your group then?
big.
This
That's
is
a
us.
big wagon.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules.
Very well.
Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are.
All right. She's a woman of business.
We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule.
Also,
Everybody
mechanical
does their
engine.
part.
All right. I was going to say I don't know any horses that would be able to pull a wagon this size.
This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker. So stick with me, and you'll
This is
be
leaning
fine.
more into the steampunk vibe.
Got any questions?
I like it.
Now's the time to ask.
It's been everything pretty clearly. That'll end the conversation. How long will the trip be? He said not to talk to you about what if it's important. Shouldn't we be making the rules since we're paying? A little bit aggressive, passive aggressive. What do you mean by tracker? I suppose you said not to talk to you about what's important. If that's a valid,
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk. I
All right.
need to concentrate.
I
on
accept
driving.
that.
Anything else?
No, I think we'll be
We
pretty
understand.
clear.
You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on.
It doesn't matter how long the trip is because, you know, we don't really have a time limit. I don't think.
We are off. with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark.
So we're writing our journal. Or writing our story. Don't put that creature. Oh, you can't see it.
Through the desert and mountains.
My head's in the way. There's a little bug right there.
I'm rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country.
Is it the first time heading west?
And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Yeah. Have a good, we've got time to just have a chat with everyone, make sure everyone's copacetic on the, on the level playing field. Bit of history.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yes, though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation.
Definitely true.
Plenty of ways
We can always pass time. Right, so who we're talking to first? Should we go with Danny and then go thingy, or should go through and then, or do we talk to Phil and go? Let's go talk to Phil.
Phil?
Señorita?
I think Phil's quite interesting.
Will this be your first time visiting El Presidio?
It will. I have heard many tales of this so-called Mouth of
the West. I've never heard that term before.
To find out which ones are true.
You're very polite, Phil, but please, call me Harley.
What is wrong with Señorita?
Nothing really.
But it is a sign of respect. I would never dream of addressing a new Spanish lady by her given name.
Well, things are different here.
As I am learning. If you wish it, it will be so.
Appreciate it. We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
See, I don't see any harm in calling her Senorita. However, Harley had a problem with it, so let's deal with that.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you.
Yes?
You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
Depends on the city. Loud, scary, and dangerous. Only way to find out is experience. Depends on the city, to be fair. Genuinely depends on the city.
I've never been to El Presidio before.
It's big. Well, from what I hear, not as crowded as cities back east.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
That is something of a comfort.
Nice. So ask about you, because I need to know a little bit more about you, because we haven't really had a good conversation yet. How do you learn medicine?
Become a healer? Did you go to school?
No. I mean, I attended the missionary school for a few years as a child, but not to learn medicine. I was taught by Dr. Sedgwick, Rosewater's physician. I worked as his
I've learned that
for
one.
A decade. He was a wonderful guardian and mentor. I am grateful for all his care.
What happened to your parents?
Dr. Sedgwick was your guardian? What about your parents?
I never knew my mother. She died soon after I was born. My father worked for Dr. Sedgwick, which is how I came to his household.
Nice.
He took me in when my father died from an infected wound.
I'm so sorry. How old were you?
I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't have been more than 5.
Such a young age to lose your parents. You know, become an orphan. Is that when you
Does that
said
have anything to do with you choosing to learn medicine?
I mean, you take on the family business.
Yes. If I can save somebody's loved one, grant them extra time to cherish together, well, there's no better way to help people, is there?
I can agree with that sentiment. Right.
When did you return to the Otham?
I went to them in April of last year, but it wasn't a return. They took me in.
Oh, okay.
People were leaving town, and there was less need for me at the clinic. It was Dr. Sedgwick who encouraged me to find my own path. The Otham were kind to accept me as a guest, but truthfully, I'm glad for this opportunity to travel with you and the others.
So we rescued her from the Otham. Rescued seems bad, like she was being held against her will. Gave her another option.
You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My father never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it.
You were very young.
My parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
We tried to find it. Well, where would we even start, though?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated. Perhaps someday.
It would be nice to know your
something up ahead.
heritage.
Looks like some kind of castle?
castle.
Wagon's slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye too. Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's have a spy of this castle. That is indeed
Now that
looks
is
a lot like a
truly
castle.
Impressive architecture.
Who built this?
Do you think so? Truly? That it does impress?
I mean, you've got windows and everything. It does look quite cool. Did you build this?
Is this your work?
I am indeed visionary, architect, and sole laborer. My name is Vilius.
Would have taken quite a while then if it was by himself.
A monument to love.
How do you mean?
This
Yes.
is my
What do you mean by that?
proposal to my darling Martha. Every stone you see has been placed by my hand with utmost care. Soon it shall be completed, and my castle will have its queen.
I really hope she likes it.
You're making the rest of us menfolk look bad.
Or you're also gonna like lacquer the outside. I'll say
I'm
that
going into
stucco.
town to
Stucco
pick
the
up a few
term.
things. I'll see y'all back on the wagon.
All right. Sounds like a plan. But
I'll come
also,
with you.
why aren't you on the road? I mean, we're literally just parked on the side of the road. And we have an autosave. Right, so let's have a more chat with you.
Mr. Circus?
Yes, ma'am?
I like his gilet waistcoat. What made you decide to build a castle?
There's plenty of ways to profess your love. Why a
Why a castle?
I am architect and engineer by trade. Building things is what I know. And my beloved Martha always loved castles. I thought this would be fitting. She will
All right.
be so surprised when she sees it. I cannot wait to see her face.
I'm guessing. I'm just gonna guess based on past experience with games like this, point and click adventure. I get a feeling that she's not gonna love it. I'd get that feeling. I really hope she does, and I'm wrong, but I get the feeling she's not gonna like it.
I want to hear more about this Martha. How did you meet her?
Her father was chairman of rail company where I worked in Brampton. He introduced us.
Okay.
And you started courting?
For a time, yes. Then my work brought me to Western Vespuccia, but we have corresponded. I send letter every month.
Hang
Does she
on.
respond?
When was the last time you saw Martha?
Just before I came here. 7 years.
Oh, 7 years. Okay. What if she says no?
Telling me you haven't seen
People
Martha
change in 7 years, especially when you're
built
not
her
like
this
with them.
castle hoping she'll marry you? What if she says no?
She will not refuse me. Not when she sees what I can give her. But
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling she's not
you'll see
gonna.
for yourself.
Either she's moved
I
on,
sent her telegram
or-
to invite her here, and she sent a response. Today she will be here.
I mean, to come all this way, I'm getting mixed signals because I think she's probably. I wish she would have moved on in 7 years. However, apparently she's coming. Maybe it's not even her responding, and maybe it's dear old dad, her dad, coming to exact revenge or whatever it is, or coming to steal, or someone else is intercepting the messages. I'm interested to know how this is going to end. Are you planning on living here?
Is it your intention to actually live in this place?
Of course.
Wouldn't it help to have some doors?
All in due time. My dear Martha has delicate constitution. Desert heat will be good for her health.
Does she have problems with her breathing?
Yes.
I believe
I'm going to say that some people do.
Often when I would visit, her housemaid would say she was too ill to see anyone.
Now, I've heard that one before.
How do you build this all by yourself when you start it? Yeah, I've heard that before. If you have breathing problems, it's quite often like the humidity in the air can affect your breathing and all that. And if you go to a more, I've forgotten the correct term, dry environment, there's an actual, not temperate, but there's another term for it and I can't remember it offhand. Dry. Like a desert area, it can actually affect your breathing and can help like relieve your symptoms. But obviously the reverse is also true. Sometimes if you have like, I don't know the terms. I'm completely spaced on the terms. Sometimes the reverse is true. If you live in a dry area, you can have trouble with the dry area and you need a more humid environment. humans are made for a temperate climate, basically. That's why everyone who lives in a non-temperate climate are crazy. I say that very joke. It is very joke, but you know, Russians and people who like live in really deep, frozen, like absolutely perishing cold areas, generally a little bit crazy. Same with, you know, super hot climates, generally a little bit crazy, a little bit wacky, a little bit out there. I say that very jokingly, but it kind of checks out. How do you build this all by yourself? Well, one brick at a time.
All by yourself?
One brick at a
How do you
time.
manage that?
As I said, I am engineer by trade. There are plenty of stones all around. I simply gather and place them.
What's it been held together with? It's just weight.
Castle for 7 years then?
About that long, yes. I began at once when I moved here, so that I could bring Marta here to live with me as soon as possible.
Caramba.
Great work takes time.
I mean, it does, yeah. You know,
You have
okay.
an interesting accent. Where do you come from?
I am from Lithuania. I came to Vespuccia to work on railroad and build bridges.
Yeah, from another country
How has this
entirely.
country treated you, compadre?
Very well. I have had many opportunities. The money I earned allowed me to build my dream.
I'll just be off for now. Thanks for the talk.
It was a good
Bye.
conversation. Now, my question is, are we taking stuff?
Not sure what's in them, but they look heavy.
Probably stones. That's a good...
Suppose it gets the job done, eventually.
It's a well-made barrow, though. We have a... Is that a stool or that's a workbench thing, isn't it? Also, I like that.
This fellow's been busy. No doubt about that.
I like that cactus right there. See it? Nice flowering. Right, so are we done here? Can we go in?
I can't even begin to imagine how many stones it took to build that thing.
They're all small stones as well. That's kind of cool. Right, so we're going into town. I'm going to have a chat with people first.
You know, I can't help but remember
Then we're going to go
the
into
time
town.
I made a grand declaration of love.
Okay.
Quite this elaborate, but it came close.
I mean, did you build an entire castle? You really don't need to impress us. What was her name?
And what was the lucky lady's name?
Meredith. She was something real special.
She was.
It didn't work out between us. Hope things go better for this feller.
Okay.
Just goes to show what one man can accomplish if he puts his mind to it. Damn
Is
impressive.
the conversation over? Okay, yes it is. Phil, what's your verdict, Phil?
Madre mia. Never before have I seen such a romantic gesture. This Martha
The Taj
is a
Mahal
lucky woman.
was a gesture like this, a romantic gesture.
What would your response be?
I don't know the full story though, so I'm not gonna go deep into that one because I don't remember the full story. But I know it was a romantic gesture. Nobody would do this for me. That's a little bit sad, but that's probably true. No one does romantic gestures to me, so I understand the sentiment. I guess I'd appreciate it.
Gratitude, I suppose? Awe? I don't know.
I would be
Such
impressed.
Devotion to go unacknowledged would truly be a crime.
I really do admire this
So Nadine.
gentleman's dedication. It's rare to find someone so committed to anything.
He seems obsessed. I've never stuck with anything so long. I hope it works. I really hope I do. I hope it works out
Poor
for him.
bastard. Hope this is all worth it for him.
As do I.
We're not going to be cynical. We're going to be positive as much as we can. Let's go into town, because I think we might be done here. And I really hope that we don't end up like destroying this place.
Harley, does it seem to you that something is not quite right about Mr. Circa's story?
I had that thought, yes.
I have a
What do you mean,
suspicion
not quite
that
right?
the lady over there might have some clarification to offer.
Her? What do you mean talking about her?
Ma'am,
Yes?
your name wouldn't happen to be Martha, would it?
Why, yes it is, Martha Ward. Do I know you?
No, but I've heard lots about you.
Okay. I thought she was coming into town. She's already here. Does he know that she's here, though? This might be not as be as cut and dry as we think it's going to be. I've just had a chat with Mr. Circus.
Mr. Villius Circus told me all about you.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Is he now enlisting strangers to assist him courting a married woman?
Okay.
Wait, you're married?
You married?
Quite happily, 6 years last June.
Santa Maria.
Does Mr. Circus know that?
No. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Does your husband know you're here?
Is your husband aware that you've come here?
Oh, heavens, no. He'd be furious.
Yeah,
I left
probably,
him a
yes.
note saying I was going to visit my sister. Naturally, he has no idea Circus even exists. But he's very protective.
Okay, this is getting this is a little bit deeper than I thought it was going to be. I don't know how this is going to end. I don't think it's going to end well, unfortunately for him. So you've been corresponding with Mr. Circus all this time?
Mr. Circus told me you've been corresponding all this time.
Is that what he said?
Yes, it
Claims
is.
to have sent you a letter every month.
And they've each gone straight into the fire. I would have thought he'd get the message after years with no reply. But he's left me no choice
I mean,
except to
love makes you do crazy things. But the building a castle might be a little bit extreme. Considering she's, married, is maybe a little bit extreme. Although he doesn't know it. It's going to be very incredibly complicated.
How did you and Mr. Circus
How did you meet?
He worked for my father's company. We were introduced at a Yuletide soiree. He was pleasant enough.
Christmas, Yuletide being
And
Christmas.
he began calling on me at home. I didn't wish to encourage him, but he kept pursuing me anyway.
Did you ever tell him you weren't interested?
Tell Mr. Circus you weren't interested?
I gave him no favorable sign. Eventually,
So
I
no.
stopped receiving him with my father's blessing. He imagined a better match for me than some associate engineer.
So the answer to that one is no, you didn't tell him. You just kind of like implied. Now, I know not all, I will say not all, a lot of blokes don't really pick up on cryptic hints. If you like someone or you don't like them romantically, or you're not interested, you're either interested or you're not interested romantically, it's helpful if you just come out and tell them that you're interested or not interested. Given cryptic clues, we don't, myself included, we don't always pick up on those. Genuinely, we don't always pick up on those hints. Sometimes you need to be a bit more direct. Right, sorry, where are we? Are you feeling well in the seat?
Making you feel better?
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Circus said it might help your delicate constitution.
Yes,
I suppose you would
think that. You see, when I didn't wish to receive him, I would instruct my staff to make excuses. Say I wasn't feeling well or away taking the water somewhere. It wasn't entirely forthright of me, I admit, but Circus was vexatiously persistent.
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
You as well. And if you see Mr. Circus again, please don't tell him I'm staying here. I'll go and speak with him when I'm ready.
Okay. Do we want to actually get involved in this? Phil, what do you think?
I cannot believe that fool spent all his time chasing a married woman. Has he no shame?
To be fair, he's known her for 7 years. She's only been married for 6 years. He came away like 7 years ago to start building his house, this castle. The fact that she didn't tell him, she didn't respond, basically, in his mind, he's chasing a not married woman because he doesn't know that she's married. So, there's more than one person to blame here. Are we actually going... Oh, I don't know where we're supposed to be going now. Are we heading not into town? Are we going back? I suppose we should go back. I like how Phil's following us. Yo. Jake.
Just goes to show what one man can accomplish if...
Okay, are we gonna...
Pardon me, Mr. Circus?
Yes?
Yes, ma'am?
Are we just gonna... we have to.
Circus, there's something you should know about Martha.
What? What is it?
Well, it turns out she's married. Has been for 6 years.
What? How do you know this? Did you meet her?
Yes. She said she would come speak to you when she was ready.
Ah,
Okay.
This explains everything.
Are you taking this surprisingly
When I
well?
did not hear from her. I blamed this country's ineffectual postal service.
Is he going to take this incredibly well?
Root has kept her from writing, or even hidden my
No,
letters from
no, no.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't understand.
No, you don't understand.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand very well. She would not have agreed to come if she did not want to escape unhappy marriage.
Ah, right.
Yeah, you'd
I'll
get
just
you.
be off for now.
Yeah, we're
Thanks
getting
for
the
calling.
wrong end of the stick
Bye.
here. Okay, my sympathy for him is disappearing very slightly. Very slightly. Right now, it depends what he does with this information. Are we going? I don't. Are we literally just going and go? Because I don't think we can leave this area anymore. Like, we can't go further in.
Ma'am?
Right.
Yes?
Yeah, Circus isn't going to take no for an answer.
Seems convinced you're going to leave your husband for him.
And I'm sure Mr. Circus also believes pigs can fly.
How will you deal with him? He clearly won't take no for an
Yeah,
answer.
he's
I'll
got a
find a way.
fancy fancy.
I'll just...
Martha!
Hello.
Bronson,
Are you
what are you doing here?
are you husband?
I'd ask you the same. Why did you lie to me?
Oh, Bronson, I didn't want to, but I
Okay.
had no choice. Things are just so complicated.
We're deep in it now.
Even that mean? And who are these people?
I mean, some lunatic wants to marry your wife. I'm just gonna say nothing.
Please, Bronson, I can explain everything.
We're not gonna get. We're gonna try not to get involved in this.
Start by telling me what you're
I
reading.
get the feeling someone's gonna get
I
shot.
need to deal with some personal business.
Personal business?
Yes.
What personal business could you have?
A little bit rude. Bronson, you should respect your wife's privacy. You know, Martha, Mr. Circus isn't looking too bad right now. Say nothing.
I have an unwanted suitor.
We're
I've
gonna stay out of it.
to leave me
Still,
alone once and for all.
we'll step in if we really need to.
Where is he? I'll kill him.
No, you will not.
You will not.
I will so. Tell me where to find the bastard.
Okay, now I have a choice. I said I wasn't gonna go. I said I wasn't gonna get involved. But now, like, we need to tell him to ease up a little bit because
Hey now,
Ease up.
get that bee out of your bonnet.
I don't need your help. I'll find him myself.
Bronson, come back here this instant.
we need to step in. I think we might need to step in because there's fault on both parts. He didn't know. He is a little
I
bit.
do not think that went very well.
It doesn't sound like it. I don't know whether we helped or not in that situation. We're playing it just by ear and how I feel.
Scoundrel! Ruffian! I'll teach you to lust after another man's wife!
Ah, so you are the swine keeping Martha prisoner.
All right.
Why, you foreign bastard!
Less of the.
Whoa, easy, feller.
Bronson, have you gone mad?
Yeah.
You have until the count of 10 to get out of my sight and out of our lives.
Excuse him. Sorry. Excuse him.
I'll make sure you.
This land is his. This property is his. Why does he have to leave? Get yourself.
3.
Quit the theatrics, Mr. Ward. Leave that poor fool alone.
Yeah, we can't be having this.
Up! This is my business.
Maybe so, but we aren't going to stand here and allow you to put this man's life in danger.
Bronson, put that gun away and stop acting like a fool.
We need to step. I feel the need to step
Doing
in.
this for you, my sweet.
But I asked you not to.
Yes.
Sugar plum.
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what. You should listen to your wife.
Do well to listen to your wife, Mr. Ward.
This is, after all, her business, and not yours.
I'm her husband. Of course, it's my business.
No, you're making it your business.
Mr. Ward,
Don't do anything rash.
don't do something you'll regret.
My only regret will be leaving this cad alive.
Do you know the whole story? Okay, this isn't going to work for you. If you're going to shoot Circus, do it already.
Mr. Circus, I think it's very clear that this isn't going your way. Just let her go. She's not worth your life.
Very well. Please, sir. I will not trouble you.
Calm down. De-escalation.
I have your word. You will stay away from my wife and disappear from our lives for good?
You have my word.
Very good. Come, Martha. Let's get out of this cesspit.
A moment, please. I will be right behind you.
I'm glad you didn't get shot.
I'm terribly sorry it all had to turn out this way, Vilius.
Yes.
Why
at least...
did you not tell me you no longer desired my
Exactly.
affections?
I didn't know how.
Martha, I am here now. Tell me what you feel.
I feel nothing for you. I never did.
A little bit harsh, however, sometimes you need to hear it.
I was afraid of your reaction, but I hoped you would take my silence as a clear indication of my disinterest.
I cannot believe what I am hearing.
I guess hints and things and like non-hints don't always work.
Everything I own
I'm gonna have a drink.
to fund the construction, and now this.
You're both in the wrong.
You know, the pair of you make me sick.
You're both in the wrong.
Pardon? This poor dimwit wastes years of his life obsessing over a woman too lily-livered to tell him the truth. I'd say you deserve each other.
And here I thought you were on my side.
Harley is right.
Two sides.
You need to face your truths.
Disgraceful.
Perhaps I should have been bolder in speech and
yes, you should have.
Made my refusal
because the whole thing.
And
he's not completely exempt from stuff as well.
Please forgive me.
Because he did unrelentingly pursue.
I can promise the one, never the other. Goodbye, Martha.
I mean, at least you got a castle, my guy. You could probably sell it.
But there's plenty of mares on the plain.
You speak of horses when I have been spurned by a goddess.
Now then, deifying was probably...
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
What's going on here?
Nothing good.
Hell of a show.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation.
All right, Mr. Circus?
I will carry on.
What will you do with this castle?
It is the only home I have. I am not sure.
Charge passes by to look inside. Turn it into an orphanage or a shelter.
Take the opportunity to
make some good come out of
this
it.
Place to shelter the needy. Even make it an orphanage.
A place for the abandoned and bereft?
Exactly.
Why not? It is that already.
We done here?
I believe so.
Yes.
Good.
So I guess we're kind of... Okay, so we're definitely not in real America. real America. Again, let's just talk.
Think of anything to ask. Nothing to say, really.
Okay, so we don't have to restart the conversation. So let's start.
Jake?
Also, we get the last two, and then we're probably going to be there. Have you been to El Presidio?
Travels ever take you to El Presidio?
A few times. Can't say I much care for it. But that city's for you. Too crowded, too impersonal. I'll take the wide open countryside any day.
True. I prefer the countryside a bit more to big cities. How about a story?
I wouldn't mind hearing a tale or two of your past adventures.
Sure, why not? It was 1842.
Oops, story time. Story time.
Sheriff of Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers. It was a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd and the rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and gathered up a posse. 4 able-bodied men, plus myself.
Nice.
That night, we went back under the cover of darkness. We had the element of surprise, but we were outnumbered 3-1. Before I knew it, the shooting had started. It was a long and bloody gunfight. In the end, yours truly was the last man left standing. I drove that whole herd on by my lonesome.
I don't buy that.
Back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Now there's plenty more where that came from.
I don't fully buy that.
Appreciate the chat.
I don't know how one man could herd that kind of herd. Danny.
Hey, Danny. Let's talk.
Sure. Actually, I was wondering about something. Where
Do
did you
tell.
learn how to fight?
I used to do it for money. I have no idea. Necessary skill where I grew up.
Where I did,
I'm gonna guess that's the best way to answer.
Where was that?
New Britannia. The Chum, specifically.
Lamplight City, huh? I've heard it can get wild.
You've heard right.
Is that why you came?
Should we play Lamplight? I think we should probably play Lamplight at some point, because I'm enjoying this, and this is the spiritual sequel to it.
I get that.
Set in the same world at the very least.
So have you been to El Presidio before?
Yeah, I was born there.
No
Oh, nice.
kidding.
I left when I was 16. Haven't been back in ages. We're slowing down again.
Oh, I guess we're done here.
I could use a change of environment. Harley, could I have a word outside?
Maybe.
Sure.
Sun's getting low. Time to set up camp.
Harley and I'll be back shortly. Just gonna take a walk over to that spring. Danny and the others can aid in the preparations.
You better not be skipping out every time there's work to be done, you hear?
Very true. I mean, he kind of disappeared. Well,
Lead on.
did he disappear? No, he was with us last time.
Would you look at that spring? I ain't seen water that clear.
Is he going to make a play for me? Is he going to make a play for my affections?
So, you wanted to talk to me about something?
I did. I can tell you've got a cogitating mind. Always assessing the situation.
True.
Finding the risks.
Are you going to make a romantic proposal to me?
Got a real posse assembled. I'm keen to hear your thoughts on our little venture.
Okay.
Everything seem hunky-dory so far, in your estimation?
Everything seems fine to me. I have my doubts. It's a good crew. I mean, it seems like a good crew.
Yes, I think so.
It seems like a good crew.
All right, but all capable in their own way. If a treasure's out there to be found, I think this gang can do it.
Delighted to hear it. You let me know if that changes, all right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Right, well, we should be heading back.
Okay, is that literally it?
L. Smith Johnson will...
Hey there.
Hello. Hi.
Howdy, friend.
Are you okay?
Welcome, welcome. Name's Aubrey Trout, but you're not here about me. I reckon you're here for the spring water.
Something special about it?
Yes.
Something special about it.
I mean, it looks like water.
Etheric spring. Best kept secret in the great western desert.
Etheric. What are you talking about?
Sure. Y'all know about ethericity, don't you?
We're
Yes.
familiar.
Well, this water's got the same properties due to a confluence of etherically sensitive minerals deep in the earth, you see. This here's
We can tell clocks probably pass through here.
cure whatever ails you and grant you the strength of 10 men.
No kidding.
Not really. Yeah, if that's true, how come nobody else here?
True, people would be lined up from here back to Rosewater. So where is everyone?
I told you, it's a secret. Oh, for now. Once word gets out, I'll be up to my eyes in folks wanting a sip of the stuff.
I'm sure you'll be charging a whole
I can see by
premium
your face
for it.
You're not convinced.
No,
Maybe
I'm not.
this'll change your mind. Observe.
Really?
Daily sips of this water have conferred upon me a practically superhuman strength.
Again, I don't buy it.
Tell me, how old do you think I am?
I imagine a spry young feller like yourself can't be more than 25?
What if I told you I was 52?
Yeah, you're lying. Does what make you look? What's your game
Not
exactly?
beating around the bush. What's your game? You trying to get us to pay you for this water? Or go in on some fool business venture to sell the stuff?
Man, I am wounded.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Tasted bliss. I just want to share it with my fellow man. Or is
For a
this
premium.
generosity dead and buried? Okay, look.
That true. That is also true. It is probably dead and buried. everyone's cynical these days. Maybe rightfully so.
There. You see? Tastes like springtime and sunlight. Now, if the water was no good, would I have done that?
Reckon not.
So go
It's not that it's
on,
not good.
friends. Share
It's not that the water's not good. The water's probably good quality. It's probably water. It's just water. But it doesn't do the extra stuff. It's not that the water's not good.
Wait. I want to see Mr. Trout take another drink.
Beg pardon.
If this water's
Yes.
so safe, there's no harm in another sip, right?
Of course not. It'll only do me more good. Divine nectar.
Don't do it, Jake. I want to look around first.
All right,
All right.
Jake. If you think this guy's legit, knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do.
Won't you try it yourself? You're missing out.
I'll pass on
Maybe
that.
so, but I think I can live without it.
I hope this doesn't backfire.
To your health, friend.
To all our health. Well, how do you feel?
Not great.
Jake!
Yes? What happened to you?
Now, no sudden moves. Empty your pockets. I want every last copper.
You killed Jake. I'm not giving... Wait, is he actually dead?
Just how were you able to drink so much of that
Wait,
stuff?
is he actually...
A great magician.
Is he actually
never
dead?
Reveals his secrets. Now, less chatter, more emptying of pockets.
You think I'm giving you anything after
Risk-
you
no.
killed my friend?
Oh, it was just a little sip. He'll be out for a few hours, but it won't kill him. You, on the other hand, will get one right between the eyes if you don't give me all your money. Now.
Fine, take it and get out of here.
Wise choice, friend.
Damn it. Oh, left me with $1. Oh. How's that all? Are we going to go and get him? We have to go and get him.
What happened?
The jerk got one over on us.
Trout tricked us, that's what. He took all my money.
He took all your money?
Except
Well,
$1.
except the crown stuck in my boot for emergency.
Yeah, oh, okay, so it was in your boot.
Sit tight. I'll fetch Nadine to have a look at you.
Could we have gotten away with that, like by telling him not to?
These look like the effects of arsenic poisoning.
Sounds about right. Yeah, the water. Don't try the
Small
water.
amount of the water?
Just
Yes.
a sip.
I can ease the discomfort, but he'll recover on his own with time.
Thank you. That's why she's with us. Let's conserve. Are we going to be mean? Let's conserve the supplies. Jake needs a lesson. Use the supplies to treat. Let's conserve.
Save your medical supplies for emergencies. This will be a learning experience for Jake.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Then help me get him back to the wagon. He needs to rest.
Good. I mean, to be fair, we did tell him, so I feel a little bit guilty about that. However, let him suffer in silence.
How's Jake doing?
I think he's past the worst of it. He should be fine by morning.
We should enjoy the peace and quiet while we can, then.
I'll save him a bowl
Valid.
of chili.
So yeah,
It's almost ready.
is
Holly,
Laurie there?
come help me and Phil serve.
Sure thing.
Our captain. She's the other person on the posse, like on the posse poster. I can't believe we're robbed.
That
Shocking.
smells heavenly.
The kid is a good cook, eh?
It seems to be.
I believe this chili could use a little of my secret ingredient.
What might that be? Gunpowder?
Mezcal.
Oh, mezcal.
Drop a bottle before we left Rosewater. Gives it a nice smoky flavor. And makes you feel nice afterwards, too. This group needs a bit of loosening up, don't you think?
Just a little bit.
Just make sure
Just
not
a little
to overdo
bit.
it.
Me? Overdo it? Never.
That was quite a lot.
We should be ready to serve.
There's an extra ingredient. I don't know whether we did right there or not.
Just
also,
one
that
last
sky is
taste.
beautiful.
Tastier than usual. Smoky.
Yes.
One of you add something?
Just my secret ingredient.
Well, whatever it is, it's real nice. Come on, let's fill up these bowls and get everybody fed.
Also, I think I've just heard a bang somewhere. Bear with me a second.
Really, Mr. Marquez?
Okay, I'm going to wait until... I need to go check that out, whatever that is.
After a meal was
I'm going to wait a
considered
second, though, because I don't think it's that...
I am merely expressing my satisfaction and gratitude for an excellent meal.
Thanks.
This ain't ancient Rome.
It was civilized. Right. I'm going to go check out what that bang was. I should be back in a second. Okay. So, it's someone next door doing some work. Obviously, the house next door has been empty for a little while. And there's a crew turned up. I'm assuming they're doing some clearing out of the house. Like doing some last minute renovations or property or whatever it is. I think someone might be moving in the next little while. Anyway, that's what that bang was. Nothing serious, nothing bad. So, let's continue. That was the best chili I ever had.
I'd say it was the best damn chili I've ever tasted. You ever decide to give up gunslinging? Maybe you could open up a restaurant.
You really think so?
Yes.
I'd be a regular.
Gosh, thank you.
I like a good chili.
It's a nice
Can't
night.
beat a good chili.
Perfect for relaxing and enjoying the company of one's comrades.
I think the mezcal might have mellowed everyone out as well.
Said that the battle is won or lost around the campfire the night before.
Poor old Jake not being here. Let's
Doing all
talk
right,
to...
Miss Johnson?
What can I say? I'm fed, I'm warm, and I've got my sofa waiting for me. Can't ask for much more than that.
Or
Fair enough.
prefer a bed.
If you'll excuse me, it's been a long day. I need to rest up for tomorrow's drive. Night all.
Good night. See you later.
So, Danny, where'd you learn to cook chili anyway?
Let's just continue the conversation. We're having a nice night.
Can't really remember where.
I hate to leave such merry company, but I'm suddenly feeling very sleepy.
That'll be the mezcal.
Please excuse me. I'll see you all in the morning.
Night.
I kind of should talk to her first, though, I think. I would like to have a bit more of a conversation with her.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
And why should I not be? We have fine weather, good food, good company.
Very
Are you
true.
not?
Well,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I mean, this is great and all, but
But nothing.
But what? What was your plan?
Here, take a drink. Celebrate.
I'll
I'm
respectfully...
happy just to soak in the festive mood.
Yeah, I'll decline on that
You
one.
go on, though.
Oh, I shall.
You know, you're going to offer to Danny? That was done.
Time for me to call it a night.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
I think Danny and Phil might get drunk. Bit of a hangover in the morning.
We leave within
Oh,
the hour.
they've gone.
Don't leave anything behind.
Morning, ladies. Sleep well?
Somehow,
Yes.
despite Phil snoring up a storm. Sounded like he was right there in the tent with Nadine and me.
Feller works hard, plays hard, and sleeps hard. Nothing wrong with that.
Valid
Danny still
as well.
sleeping?
Yes.
He was up at the crack this morning and wandered off someplace.
Where?
You don't know where he went?
This ain't unusual for him. Reckon he needs some alone time every so often, so I'll leave him to it.
Should be more concerned about him. Is everyone okay with it? Yeah. Is everyone okay with him?
By himself? Is he all right?
I'm sure he's fine. But just in case anything's amiss, why don't you go look for him while Miss Redbird and I pack up the tents? I'd ask Miss Johnson, but I don't want an earful.
Very true.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, let's go find him. Hopefully he's all right. Don't drink the water.
Hey, you out here? Where in the ether could he have gone?
Not left, so let's go... Sorry, not right, so let's go left. I really hope he's alright. Yo, Danny.
There you are.
Oh, hi, Harley.
Didn't you hear me calling?
Oh, sorry. No.
I mean, the water is quite loud.
I guess.
Is everything all right with you?
Sure,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
I'm fine.
Come on, Danny. You can tell me.
It's just, I miss Petey, my friend. Today is 3 years since he died, so I just wanted to be alone with my thoughts.
I understand that. Man, it's the best way to deal with that's not fully true. What happened to your friend? Ask him about him.
Talking, natural death? What happened?
It's a long story.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
I need to collect my thoughts first. Thinking about it always gets me tied up in knots.
Okay,
well,
I think we're going to return to this conversation.
I never got a chance to mourn properly. It all went down so fast. He was gone before I knew it, and I was starting over someplace new. I never got to say goodbye.
Here's a thought. How about we make a kind of memorial for your friend? Maybe you can say a few words or something? Might help.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Let's do that.
We'll need something to serve as a marker.
What do you have in mind?
Tree carving. A cross or a rock. A cross. I don't know if he was religious or not. Tree carving.
Something on a tree trunk.
Isn't that for lovers or something? Not a memorial.
Sorry.
A rock would work.
Let's see what we can find.
Okay, let's go rock. I should have went rock. Right, so let's go this way. Because we came from the north and we didn't see any rocks back there. And let's pick up that stick. Because everyone needs a good stick in their life.
How about this rock here?
No, it's too big.
It's especially rough here.
I mean, it's quite the thing you want. Right, so can we go anywhere else down here? Flowers?
Striking little purple flowers.
Nice.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Harley.
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
I'm not gonna inquire about him
Better,
again.
It's nice to be able to do something for Petey.
Alright, so we need a rock for this thing. So can we go back this way? I don't think we can go anywhere else in here.
Would this rock make a suitable marker?
No, it's not the right shape.
What shape are we looking for? More blue flowers.
These flowers are a nice shade of blue.
We're going to pick flowers for it as well. So let's go back up that way. I can't remember seeing any rocks back here. Oh, never mind. There's one right there. Next to orange flowers. I get the feeling we're going to have to find flowers at some point as well.
No idea what these are, but they're pretty. Will this make a good marker?
There's got to be a better one.
Okay, and that one. The one in there.
See that rock in the river?
Oh yeah! It'd be perfect for a marker.
Somehow I knew it would be that one. Can we prise it up? Pick it up?
It's stuck in the riverbed. I can't pull it out on my own.
So let's get the stick. I'm gonna crank it.
You did it!
Where do you want it?
How about by that tree?
All right, let's do that. Up this tree. No, I thought that tree, not this
Need a
tree.
couple more things.
Like what?
The stone isn't a marker until it's been marked, so we need some way to do that. And I'd like to put something nice on the memorial. People usually do flowers, right?
Yes.
Suppose so.
Would you mind if I stayed here? I want to think about what to write.
Sure. I'll be back with the stuff once I've found it.
Right, so something to mark it, something with flowers. Let's grab all these flowers. And we're going to go back this way. I know when the cursor gone. Can we look at the tree? We can't look at that. I thought maybe we could find something in the tree. Let's grab these blue flowers. And something to mark the... Oh, we need something to mark the rock as well. Arrowhead, maybe? We might already have... We could probably use the arrowhead to scrape right into the thing.
Striking little purple flowers.
Oh, we can't pick those up. Okay.
Striking.
Bizarre. However, we both have a pair of flowers. Can we combine these? No? Alright. That's fine. Oh wait, we don't have a... We don't have the thing anymore. We don't have the wrench and we don't have the arrowhead. Can we go back to camp and get something? Or finding it over here? We're gonna have to go back to camp, I think, because I can't see anything over this way. You alright, Danny? Just give you those.
Will these flowers do?
Well, they're nice, but I don't know that Petey would have cared for them.
Blues.
How about these flowers?
Hey, yeah.
Okay.
These are perfect. Petey loved blue.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's why you waste. Is that why you waste coast blue?
He was falling apart. Smelled awful, but he insisted it was lucky. Made the rest of us wear something blue for luck.
Hence your vest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
What do we need?
Could you remind me what it is we're looking for?
Something we can use to mark the stone.
Right.
Okay. And so let's go back to camp because I didn't see anything that way. We're gonna find something to mark the stone. Oh, actually, hold on. Can we use some charcoal?
This should work to mark the stone.
That was actually surprisingly easy. Okay. I don't know whether it would be like permanent. I thought we'd maybe carve something permanent into the thing, but because I think the charcoal would just wear off. Select. Danny, here we go. You mark the stone with that.
Here, you can mark the stone with this.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks, Holly.
You're most
That's
welcome.
everything, right?
I think so. Well, I haven't got any incense paper, so this will have to do. It means a lot. You taking the time to do this. I'm sure you had better ways to spend a morning.
Probably, yeah. Because they can't
mind
do.
telling me what
Probably
happened
could have
to your
found something to do, but nothing as worthwhile as this.
Petey and I left El Presidio along with 5 of our friends. We were looking for new lives out on the frontier. I told my parents we were pooling our money together to buy a farm, which was true. Except, we didn't actually have any money. Petey took charge and we all started off working odd jobs here and there. But he got impatient. He got it into his head that it would be easy money to rob a stagecoach.
I mean, technically would be easy money to come by. However, your chances of getting shot are very high.
They came and things didn't go so well. Petey didn't make it. I was the only one who did.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
A little bit of survivor guilt.
I just wish I'd
It was understandable.
more. Push back harder on the whole idea. Honestly, talking about it helps. So, thanks, I guess.
Sometimes it's,
if you don't mind.
sometimes it's good to get it off your chest. If you get it out of your body
Sure
and into the world, even if you just say it to no one, it can be a good reliever, like stress reliever. I have no idea what that says, but I'm sure it's very profound. And from the heart. So we've headed... Oh, we've got a red marker. We're not that far away. Or we're not that far away from where we started. Alright, so let's talk to Danny again.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure.
So did you get PD's memorial sorted out?
Did you do it, yeah?
I think so. It was hard saying goodbye, but I needed to do it.
Goodbyes are just a part of life. People come and go. You get used to it.
Maybe.
How are you feeling after as well there?
Hey, Jake.
Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Feeling any better?
I'll see you feeling.
Not quite restored to the full bloom of health, but I'll get there. I certainly appreciate your display of concern. However related it may be.
Let's hear another story. Let's hear another story.
Here's one about the time I lassoed a rabid coyote.
For real? Oh, we don't even get to hear it.
Folks, we're making a brief stop.
All right.
Any particular reason we've stopped?
Why we're stopping?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Oh, nice. What a...
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
Would that be toilet business?
You can do as you like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
I guess I'm just by myself then. All right.
Tools of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
Are we taking some? Right. I think now is probably a good time. We've gone a bit... I think now's a good time. We're going to leave that here for this week. I think it's going to be a slightly shorter episode. I think we're doing all right for time-wise. We're doing all right time-wise. So, I'm going to leave this here for this week. We've made, well, I say a little bit of progress. We've secured our transport. We're on the road. I think we're... I don't know if we're halfway across the country or halfway through our journey. I don't know how long this is going to last. We've made a few stops, however, and met some interesting people. The poor guy with... Well, you've just watched it. Got the poor guy with the building the castle for 7 years. Now turn it into an orphanage. We got robbed, you know. An eventful journey. It's been an eventful journey so far. And no doubt we're going to have some more lovely stories and events on the way, or on the other half of this journey. We're going to do that next time though. Again, still really enjoying this. I like the decision making skills, like the decisions that you can make. They seem kind of natural. The voice acting's been really good as well. I really like it. I'm intrigued though as to what the end of the game's going to be. I'm also intrigued enough to want to go and play Lamplight, because obviously apparently this is a spiritual sequel. I don't think it's a direct one to like Lamplight, set in the same universe, or set in the same world. So I'm kind of curious about going back and doing that one. I probably will end up buying that at some point. I got this one for free from Ash Games. I'm intrigued though. I'm liking the style. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff that we have going on, we would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. If you want to go above and beyond on the sport, you can opt into the membership stuff. Oh, well, somewhere I think it's down there, the membership stuff. If you grab a tier 1, you get your name up on the wall. If you grab a tier 2, you get your name up there as well, and you get early access to the videos. If you're not interested in that, however, don't worry about it. Memberships are always appreciated, but are never mandatory. If you wait that initial early access period, it becomes available for everyone. So you know, wait a little bit longer and still get the goods. Also, please remember to be a light in the dark for someone, because you never know when a single act or word of kindness can change someone's day or life for the better, or in ways that you may never understand. I love you off from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye bye.